Hi, this is Hussain Tabi, and today I'm going to show you how I did the lighting setup of this scene. I'm not going to tell you only the lighting setup, but you will also come to know how I set up my textures and my camera settings. So without wasting time, let's move on to 3ds Max, shall we?
This is the Vray model. From top you can see this is the overall scene. The models you can see here are downloaded from 3dsky.org. I modeled the walls, curtain, but these models are downloaded from 3dsky.org and merged in this scene. You can see the model is grey because I always prefer to do lighting on grey model. To do the light balance, grey models are always good. And you can find overexposed area very easily in grey model because grey is the neutral color. Now let's go ahead and start with framing the shot. I'll go to the top view. I'll go to the camera here. I'll use physical camera. From the top view, I'm going to create the camera from here, looking at this particular direction. Now I'll go to the left view. I'll select my camera and go here and type 60 in the Z position. And then I'll select the camera target. And I'll take this to 160. Now press C for camera and let's see how the shot looks. Now press Shift F to frame the shot. Now this frame will come exactly the size of what you have put in the common tab here in the output size. So I'm already keeping this low so that I can render fast. Later I can increase in the same proportion by clicking on this lock here. So let's go ahead now and set the frame properly. So here you can see this thing I don't want this much, so I can take the camera a little down so I can have these things more visible. And from here you can see this is the physical camera written here. You can click here and you can select the camera or camera target direct from here. So I'll select the camera first and I'll do 3 main settings for this scene. Go to the modifier and come down here, and the shutter speed should be here in seconds and it should be 50. You might find in your settings frames. Change it to seconds and make it 50. Then you go down to the exposure control, click on the manual and type the ISO 100. And then the last setting I'll do here in the camera is white balance. Click on the custom. The default color is white and I want my interior room to be neutral. Go to the perspective control and just click on this auto vertical tilt. So if you have these lines, these vertical lines, if this is not aligned properly or if it is distorted, then it will be set automatically in a proper direction. So now my scene is set and let's start with the lighting. For that I'll go to the top view and let's press Shift F again to remove the frames and see the perspective in the full view. So the first light I'm going to create here is the sunlight. which you can find here: light, Vray, Vray sun. I'll create the sun from this side because I have a window here. So let's click and drag here. When you create sun, it will ask you to automatically add Vray sky in the environment map. So yes, I have already there because this scene I have already created before. So click to replace. Now I'll go to the different view. Let's go to the front view. So now, right now the sun is here. That means it is not even rised up yet. So I want to take this here almost like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock something. And when you go to the camera view and render, you will see something like this. Alright, so there is actually no light. This light you can see is actually this light, which is downloaded from Vray Sky. So we are ignoring this for now, but the room is dark. The reason the curtain is actually blocking the light. So let me give one texture to this curtain so that it becomes translucent and the light will come inside. So I have prepared these textures already for my scene. So the first texture here, this one, is the main texture which we will apply after the lighting for the overall scene. This is for the floor, and this you can see is the curtain. Vray two-sided material, just default Vray, and I'll apply this in my curtain. And one more thing I'll do is I have glass here. So let's create a basic glass material here. So I'll go here and let's take a default Vray material. That's it. Name this glass. I'll go to the diffuse and I'll take black color. Go to the reflection, somewhat here, and the refraction almost something like this, and just apply here. Now when you go to the camera and click on render, you will see the light is now inside. You can see the light here. So here is the render till now. I stopped the render in between because here you can see this ceiling lamps. It's taking too much time to render. So what I'll do now is I'll also convert all my models into gray models so I can see the light clearly and detailed. I can do detailed balance of the lighting, plus the render will be fast. So how you can do that without even changing the texture here? So I'll go to my render settings here and let's go to the global switches, and you have override material, and take here default Vray material. And what this will do is this will change all the material in the scene to gray, but make sure to exclude your curtains, otherwise that will be also gray and it will block, the sunlight will be blocked by the curtains. So let me find which one is the curtain here. So let's select and see. I think I have already excluded here in the scene. Let me see what is the name of this. Yeah, so make this curtain. Go here. And you have this. And let's render again. Perfect. Now you can see everything is gray in the scene. The next setting I would like to do here is in the sun. The sun is producing sharp shadows here, and I don't want this much sharp. I want soft shadows. So how you can do that? I'm talking about this. Or you can see clearly here. I don't want to see this sharp lines. So this is actually controlled by let me go and select the sun. And in the modifier here, you can see the size multiplier. I'll make this 50. And the shadow subdivision should be 32. So now when you render, you will see the shadows will be softer. See? You can see here also the line is not visible. So here is the scene. Isn't it beautiful? You can see here the lines are so soft. If you increase the size multiplier more, this will more blend. This will blend more in your scene. Now what I'll do is, now I'll want to create more warm light here to give a little bit of a chromatic contrast in the scene. So for that, I'll switch off the sun because I like to concentrate one light at a time. So in that case, let's go select the sun, put it off. So now when we render, we have nothing in the scene. Oops, there is something. What is it? So even if the sun is not there, if you remember when we added the sun, we say yes to the sun to add the Vray sky automatically in the environment. So you go to the environment and you have Vray sky here. So you have to switch this off also. So now you see we have nothing in the scene. The scene is black. So let's put the warm light here. So I'll go to the top view and I'll create one Vray light plane here, and this will be almost 2 meters. This will be 5 centi. I'll take watts, almost 75, and I want temperature to be 3500. In the option I'll change nothing. So take this and put this here. Go to the front view and make sure it should be here on top of the bed. And then it should also be almost center of the bed. So go to the camera view and let's see what it looks. So it looks like this. We can easily understand without even rendering the full scene at what is going on here. Let me render only this part. So you can see this light seems quite good and I'm happy with the settings. So let's stop the rendering here and let's now switch on the sky and our sun and see all together how it looks. And I'll go here, enable the sun, go to the camera view and render. And you can see this is how it looks. And I think this is too much, so the size, I think I should, let me select the light from here. So I can select only the light. And I think this should be like 1.5 meter. Let's render. This is good. So let's just render finish and see how it looks. So here you can get some ideas without even rendering the full scene at how it looks combined the sun and this Vray plane light. Now what I'll do is I'll add a few lights here in the lamp and one light this side to fill the area. So let's do that. So I'll go on the top and let me close this and I'll put one light here, small light here, so it looks like there's something from where the light is coming. Maybe it's a lamp or something, But just to create a little drama, I'm creating this small 30 by 30 light here with like around 50 watts and the temperature same as this light. Sorry, 350. And I'll go here and I'll put spheres, small spheres. The radius should be like around 0.3 something or 0.5 something is enough. And the watt maybe around 25 is enough. I'll go to the front view, see where it is. It is in the ground, right? And I cannot see here, so I can go to the left. Yeah, here. Put one here, press shift and drag and put one here. Instance. Select light from here, select this light and put this here somewhere. So now when I render this without the texture, this is how it looks like. So here I want to change a bit. This is not looking nice. So temperature same as that. Maybe this is 5 watt, is more than enough. Sorry, something is wrong here. Oh, 3500. I'm sorry, I put that 350, which was giving very bad effect. That was actually 3500, and now you can see it is almost same. And you see the light I put here, from there you can see some warm light effect here to fill the light in the scene. Because sometimes if you have less light in the scene, you will see splotches. Because if there are less photons in the scene, you will have more splotches. So this is the reason I put that light there. Alright, so now it's time to put the texture on and then render and see what we have got. So I have prepared these textures here. So I'll go to the top view. Let's hide all the lights. Press Shift L. And I'll also hide this furniture for now. I'll hide the camera, press Shift C. The first thing I'll do is I'll select all these stripes here. I'm sorry, let me off this one. Shift F, press Shift F to let go of the frames, and I'll select this like this. Make sure this is not selected, and I'll apply this texture on this one plus all of these except the floor. On the floor I'll apply this material. Now let me show you what are these materials actually and the settings of this. Here this black material is actually, you can see in the value it's 1. In the reflection you will see 31 value and these settings, and the Fresnel is on. That's it. In here you will see I have applied this texture downloaded from sketchuptextures.com, and the settings I have applied is reflection 77, Fresnel on, and glossiness 0.6, and in this one glossiness 0.5. Now when you go to the camera, you will see everything is perfectly set. Unhide everything, and now let's have a look. And before that, let me do one more thing. On this lamp, this is the texture of the lamp. I'll go to this light 31.4, and this is the settings. Okay, so nice. So let's render, so let's render this now and see how it looks. Let's go to the global switches and put this off, otherwise you will never be able to see the textures back. Awesome. Now you will see the final result in some time. I'll get back to you once the render is done. So guys, you can see here the half of the render is done, and I have already rendered this scene, so I would like to stop here and let me show you how it looks. So here is the render. This is what you will get at the end, and this is not finished here because I took this in Photoshop and then played with a lot of color correction stuff, and then I got this result here, which I uploaded on internet on my Instagram. So you can see the reflections are more, boost here than if you see in this one, because I composed all the render passes in Photoshop. So that will be my next tutorial, where I'll show you how you can do render pass compositing from 3ds Max to Photoshop and generate the final result in Photoshop. So this is enough for this tutorial. So you know now that how I actually did the lighting of this scene, and this is how it looks finally. And then it's up to you that after saving this in Photoshop, maybe you can come up much more better than me.
So guys, that's it. If you really learned something from this tutorial, don't forget to share, like and comment on my YouTube channel. Thank you.